This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. It's 4/3/23, show 481. Well, Nick, the big story over the weekend is OPEC.
Yeah, OPEC is definitely dominating the headlines today. They announced that they'll begin a 1.6 million barrel a day production cut. I believe that starts in the month of May, and it's going to go out till the end of 2023. So this is coming as a bit of a surprise. I did see oil start to creep up last week. I didn't think anything of it. So this could be a little bit of a game changer since energy prices affect the U.S. consumer so much. Gasoline prices, I think, are already on the move higher, and that's always a direct tax to the U.S. consumer. So one would think this might be a little bullish for natural gas, but that's not happening today. Nat gas in the doldrums today down about 3%. But overall, this is definitely something everybody's going to have to watch going forward. If these energy prices start to creep higher, that is going to be a big negative, and that's going to put the Fed in a very tight position, because if they try to weaken the dollar, everything's still traded in dollars. Dollar down and commodity prices up. That's kind of the name of the game.
Yeah, it is for now anyway, right?
It is for now. Probably the next couple of years. The dollar is definitely on its way to losing its reserve status, but I still think, that's not going to happen overnight. I think that will still be a couple of years down the road. But, we already see the writing on the wall that it is coming.
For sure. So what about the financials? What are they doing?
Well, the financials today, surprisingly enough, are holding up. They're not very strong. They were up a little higher earlier. Now they're really, I look at the KRE. That's the Regional Bank ETF. Ticker symbol is KRE. And that's up about 0.3% as we speak. So, it's positive, but it's not really surging or showing any kind of strength. I honestly think the bank stocks are dead. I just don't see them as being a good place to put money in right now. I wouldn't short them because you did have, the central banks come around the world and bail them out. But I just wouldn't even own banks right now. I just don't think there's any real juice to this industry group. And, you're obviously going to see more regulation come into the U.S. Back in a while ago, back before the crisis in 2007, 2008, they repealed the Glass-Steagall Act. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes back.
Yeah, it should have never been repealed, but we all know that, right?
Well, we know, how this game goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, so what is tech doing today?
So technology's under a little bit of pressure. You have large cap tech, the NASDAQ 100 basically, under some pressure today. It's not down that much, down about 0.3%. But you see in stocks like Tesla take it on the chin today. That's down about 5% today. Then you have some other names out here, down 1 or 2%. Nothing really all that major. But lots of equities out here like Apple. They're top heavy right now. Microsoft, that stock's top heavy, overbought, extended. So you got to be careful. You got to be real selective in tech. There are a few names out here that still look good, but I would really be cautious in the tech names. Even the semiconductors are looking very top heavy here, even at this stage of the game. Today you have Nvidia up $2, but this stock is going parabolic now. So we know parabolic moves only last so long before they revert back to the downside. And anything that starts to make that formation is on borrowed time. So I'd be very selective. There are still some tech names that look good. But the majority of them are getting long in the tooth here. So be careful. Tech's under a little bit of pressure. Not all that bad, but definitely under a little pressure today.
Okay. And let's see, what else do we have here? Well, it's a holiday week, shortened week. So I don't know, light volume, I guess, right?
Yeah, you've got Good Friday. The market will be closed this coming Friday for the Good Friday holiday. And then you have Passover beginning on Wednesday. So, the volume trends, I think, are going to be pretty light this week. That helps the markets, though. Light volume keeps the markets buoyant to upside. That's the kind of bias you have to give them whenever you have a holiday shortened trading week. Doesn't mean necessarily that's what will happen, but that's the consensus of what I normally look for. So, when you have a shortened trading week, just go into it and say, hey, the volume trends can be light. A lot of things can hold up. Things that are probably going to sell off don't sell off as much. And, you take it in stride like that. But overall, we're going into the beginning of April here. And again, we have the Passover and Easter holidays coming up. So once we get back next week, we'll see really what this market is made of. And don't forget, this week we also have the job report on Friday, but the market will be closed when that job report comes out. So you just have the futures market trading off of it. So it should be quiet.
All right. Interesting market. Hey, what about gold? We thought it was going to pull back on the spot market. It's trading up $17 the ounce. So What are we to make?
This is just another, gold. I've been telling the listeners here that it's the new VIX, and it really is. I mean, if you look at gold today, up another, 0.8%, like you said, up another $16.50, sitting right around 2,000. As much as I'd love to see gold pull back, there's so much uncertainty out here. I really am not sure gold is going to give in much. I mean, it's just, it's the ultimate fear play. And whenever you have fear in the market, that's the strongest emotion out there. So, these markets are very jittery right now. Then you get the OPEC plus news today. It's a new sign that, market confidence is really, waning. I mean, for these guys to do that OPEC plus deal, I mean, they're not showing a lot of courtesy for the Biden administration, if you ask me. So, that just
they deserve any, right?
Yeah, well, they don't really deserve anything, but it's just telling you that there's so much uncertainty out here. Gold is not letting up, and I wouldn't short gold. I do think it's overbought. I do think it's extended. I think the run has been tremendous, and if you get any kind of clarity in the market, it'll pull back. But it's a very tough play right now. Gold is a very tough play for anybody because it's turned into the new fear gauge. It's the new VIX.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that is it for today. Make sure you go over and check out Nick's site, inthemoneystocks.com. So he's always beating the averages for decades. Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Emails welcome, KL@KerryLutz.com. Feel free to leave your comments below on the YouTube channel. And Nick, traveling a little bit, but I will try to touch base with you and connect. And hopefully we'll be able to get at least one more show out this week on Wednesday. But if we can't, hey, it's a short week anyway, maybe not a lot happening. But one other thing to just point out before we depart is we've seen a number of significant market movements during holiday lulls recently, right?
Yes, we have. And that's why you really can't take any day for granted in this environment. I know in the past, we probably could do that, but you just can't leave your desk these days. And I know a lot of money managers, hedge fund managers trying to get away this week, and they're telling me, hey, what do you think I should do? And I said, I wouldn't go anywhere. I would just sit tight. Maybe you leave on, Thursday night, instead of trying to get out early on Tuesday or Wednesday. But yeah, this is the way it is these days, Kerry.
Yeah, it really is. It used to be, man, the A and the B team, even the C team could take off on these long extended weekends and nobody worry about it. But nowadays, not the case. In any event, Nick, we'll try to touch base with you on Wednesday. Otherwise, it'll be next Monday.
It sounds good, Kerry. Happy holidays.
You too.